Yeah, something I am thinking about as well is you can see this team was actually 3 points off of, I guess, hitting the hot streak, even the daily XP things, which I actually really do enjoy. So we're going to use that so we don't confuse it. And yeah, we got Top Gun Tommy, which Tommy is actually fallen out of favour in the team, which is a little bit unfortunate for him, but whatever this card is, oh, it might actually be an MLS card, being that, like, it is an MLS card. There you go, they know we're recording for Almiron's Army. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of Almiron's Army. We're on episode 9 now. The series is going along quite quickly, and you know, time flies when Almiron is having fun. Obviously having a great start to the season, as you boys will see in the episode today. Also, we'll be scouting some more, bits in the MLS to try and improve and update our strategy, as well as sort of getting an update from the other people in the community that are partaking in this series with us. So let's get on with the episode for today. Yes, now guys, consistency is absolutely king, and you know, our boy Miguel Almiron has actually managed to score himself another dark green score, as you can see, 75, so one worse than last week's episode, but you saw how good we done in the last week's episode. So time to reveal our teams. Now, the only thing I have changed just before we go into our teams is, you can see I sort of changed the essence to say 2 out of 3, and with that being said, I do have 19 essence on my account now, so I'm hoping that today's episode we can get another craft off. With that being said, here are our 3 teams for the game week, and yeah, we'll kick it off with the first team. As you can see, Almiron did manage to score a penalty for Atalanta this weekend, so that does give us a nice £1 into our budget for his goal. Of course, we're still waiting for the 100 bomb. Remember, if Almiron does get a 100 bomb, we get £5 added to the account. So yeah, so we're currently at £2.46 after the first team. You can see we got 331 points, which actually yielded us a whole bunch of XP, and not much more than that, unfortunately. I think we're a couple of points away from getting some essence, but it is what it is. And our second team, as you can see here today, yeah, Almiron, another decisive, but no other decisive elsewhere. Honourable mention to Tolo, who still managed to pick up 62 score even after conceding 3 to the almighty San Diego, as you boys seen it in the under-23s Road to Glory. We obviously are collecting the San Diego boys, and they are just, wow, they're cooking. But yeah, Tolo had a great game nonetheless, so we are happy with that. And same sort of story with Daniel, scoring 69 even though he didn't keep a clean sheet, which is very promising for the future. And as you guys know, we do own a lot of Daniels right now, so yeah, something I am thinking about as well is, you can see this team was actually 3 points off of, I guess, hitting the hot streak, even though I don't have 5 in-seasons. Something I was potentially thinking about is maybe trying to pick up an in-season keeper around about this sort of time in the series, just to try and go for them streaks, because I do think it's maybe going to be worth it around this time of the season. I'll have to look at in-season keeper prices, of course, but yeah, unfortunately we did, Shapi's team did actually win 2-0, but obviously we did not pick the correct player in that team, because Shapi did not get a decisive. And yeah, looking at the classic team then, now these actually did score similar to the last team, as you saw. However, we did get 2 more decisives in this game, so obviously the last team got a lot more AA, but there was decisive actions in this one, and Zinc did play and did get his assist, and Arango did get a goal as well in a 6-1 win, so that is 2 extra pounds to the budget, so that takes us up to £20 made from the rules, which is lovely, things you like to see. But again, all 3 teams are just yielding us 1,000 essence, and we did actually do really well in the warm-up, so honourable mention, but unfortunately the warm-up is just so competitive that yeah, we needed a clean sheet goalkeeper pretty much to get anything, which is a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, so you can see from all 4 teams really, the lowest being 331, which is of course our first team. That's just how it goes really, isn't it? And then our highest being the warm-up, obviously, 369. But yeah, generally speaking, the 30 points separate 4 teams. You can see that we scored pretty well in all 4 Division 1s, if you like, or 3, should we say. But yeah, I'd say that's a pretty decent showing. Of course, we only did get 500 essence. I wonder what we would have yielded in a different division, just out of curiosity. Oh, I don't think... I'm actually not sure how to check that. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's have a little look. So we got like 350. Would we have got essence? Yeah, we would have got... Oh, no. Yeah, we would have got some essence. We would have got like 5 essence, which is it's all right, I guess. But yeah, we want to hit the big prizes. So yeah, with speaking of XP, I will also say you guys can't see on the video, but I do have 1,800 XP reserve, and 1,000 of that is through completing the MLS Clean Sheet Goalkeeper Challenge that was here. However, that doesn't have anything to do with the series, but the other 800 XP was earned through the decisive daily challenges. I believe. Wait, well definitely. Let me just double check. Let me remind myself. So we got definitely 200 from double Almiron, because we put him as the daily, we used him twice, so that's 400, and then Zinc, Arago, yeah. So we got 800 in XP to spend from the daily XP things, which I actually really do enjoy, so we're going to use that so we don't confuse it. That 800, well, we're definitely going to use it on Almiron, because obviously it's his series, it'd be rude not to, and then we'll use the rest on, should we use it on Zinc? Yeah, Zinc's been pretty good. So there we go. So we used our XP reserve on the 2 main men there. We also have XP coming in when we do get rewards. Obviously, we will cut to that. And yeah, speaking briefly about the rest of the spreadsheet, so we've got all what's going on in the rest of the episode, should we say. So yeah, we've got £4 in the bank, so obviously we'll look to see if we can do anything to the roster, but generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Like I said, we might look at in-season goalkeepers for streaks. You can see I have filled in the game week. These are the 3 squads sort of locked in here, and the star of the week this week was Miguel Almiron. Finally, it only took him seven game weeks in the sticker book, but yeah, we got there eventually. Almiron being our best scorer, and as you look on Sorare data, yeah, he's been our best performing player in the gallery this game week with 71.5. And I will say that obviously the scores, you might be looking in the gallery and thinking the scores are a bit weird, but it's because, of course, Almiron's midfielder card does score differently to his forward card, just so you boys know / remember. Yeah, so you can see Almiron's midfielder scored 71 and his forward scored 75. So yeah, just a sort of reminder to you boys that the cards do score differently based on the position on the field. But yeah, I think when we next cut in, we're going to be it'll probably be a rewards day. And we'll be spending our 1,000 XP, and we're probably going to be spending it on Almiron, knowing me. But yeah, we've got that to look forward to, and also we do need to sort of look at in-season keeper prices, and we're going to be looking at other people. Oh, actually, we're going to do that now. We're going to look to see how other people in the series are getting on. Yes, now boys, we have a fantastic opportunity for those of you guys that do become members on the channel in April. I will be giving away 1 MLS in-season stack built by yours truly. How you become a member on the channel is click the join button down below. You can see all the exclusive perks to becoming a member alongside being entered into the giveaway this month. Okay, so a quick overview of how the boys are getting on in their own series, and as you can see from Lucho Libre here, Lucho's actually, yeah, he's having a sort of either a really good game week or a really bad one. I guess similar to Almiron in that respect. And you can see he sort of started off. This is Mihai's, obviously Road to Glory, and you can see he sort of started off the season a little bit rough, but looks like he's starting to get into it a bit more. Obviously Rodriguez scoring great there, and then yeah, we're looking to the most recent result then that he has recorded, and wow, 380 points there in his classic team. That is a smasher. And then yeah, even Lucho. Oh, I mean, obviously, if you're going to captain Lucho, they're getting 100. Oh, love to see it. So yeah, very very healthy from Lucho Libre, and I think he's got quite a bit in the bank as well. Yeah, nice little £2.30. So not $2.30, should we say? And he's earned himself quite a lot of essence. So looks like Lucho Libre is going pretty well for Mihai. Then we'll have a little look at Gold Gooners, who is Callum from the Under-23 Road to Glory. This is his series, and unfortunately his series is kind of hindered by the fact that Gold has been injured. So I think his series is a little bit on a halt right now because he's waiting for his marquee player to sort of come back to life. But he's got loads of money in the bank because, of course, he crafted an Unreal player for his series. And then yeah, we got Top Gun Tommy, which Tommy is actually fallen out of favour in the team, which is a little bit unfortunate for him. But you can see that Top Gun Tommy has a lot of extra sort of spreadsheet stuff going on here, which is always great to see. Extra service. Oh, so I think this is when Tommy so I think this is when he's playing during like the international stuff. And then yeah, you can see how the roster's looking for him. Pretty decent. He's got 3 Eric Tommies, so hopefully he comes back into the fold. And yeah, we can have a look at see his most recent game week. I guess we're looking at. Oh, sorry. So Fabian's fallen out of favour as well. Not great scores from Jacob. So yeah, in general, a little bit of a rough one for Top Gun Tommy at the minute, but hopefully he can revive his season on the back end of it. And stars of the week, let's see what players are in his gallery that are performing. We've got Berkey, Kessler, Glaz, oh, Henry as well. Nice, nice. Not too bad for Top Gun Tommy. And then last but not least, we have Espinosa's Expedition. And Espinosa's been cooking recently. It looks like MDK hasn't updated it in a little while, but I know Espinosa did score. I did want to come on here because I know Espinosa, he might not have, okay, yeah, looks like he needs to catch up a little bit, but Espinosa did score really well this weekend. I think he actually scored close to 100 bombs, so this might be our first £5 from the rules of I guess, the Marquee Players series. With that being said, boys, if you are running alongside this community series and doing your own version of this, do let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, maybe I can have a little look at your series, how it's going on for you boys. I would say probably, yeah, Lucho's doing pretty well. I guess Top Gun Tommy needs to sort of turn his season around, and Espinosa's been doing well, but need to update the spreadsheet for MDK. But yeah, let's get on to Rewards Day, where we'll get 1000 XP and hopefully level up some players and maybe look at some in-season keepers. Are you looking to become a Sorare manager? If so, I would really appreciate if you use the link down below in the description to sign up, because you'll be helping out a small creator like myself, and also the benefit that you guys get from that is if you buy 5 cards from the auction house or the instant buy market, then you'll receive £50 in-game credits. It is Rewards Day here on Almiron's Army, and as you boys have just seen, we did manage to win a groundbreaking 1000 XP, and we're gonna spend it. We're gonna spend it on yeah, some of our pieces in the gallery. So let's go with or playing actually against SJ, which is a Ripperoni. So that's 500 of the XP spent on the 2 LA boys who actually have a quite good fixture this weekend, so kind of makes sense. And then I'm thinking we have 500 left, so let's go with Alston maybe, and then Arthur and Tolo. Or we could, let's get our Bruno Wilson up. Bruno's been in the gallery a little while, who probably deserves a little bit of a boost. That's 100. So we should have about 300-ish left to spend, which we could, you know what, should we go Tolo and Arthur and leave Alston because he's already at 6%. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's get the new boys a little bit of leveled up. Why not? There we go. So there is all our XP spent, and yeah, briefly getting on to the next part. I have been building up the lineups for the next game week, and it does actually look like I'm going to speed up the next part because I was being incredibly stupid, as I explained later on in the video. Vito Costa might be back in the mix for San Jose, which is perfect for the gallery, so I'm starting to think, obviously in the last clip we were speaking about in-season goalkeepers, and I do think that does make sense, but you can see we are missing a forward position just here in the third team, so this would mean that we actually managed to get a third team out, and I think that makes so much sense to get a third team right for the series. So, alright, that's enough of me being stupid. Let's just go on to the next day. Okay, so it's the end of the week now, and I have fully decided what I want to do. Obviously, as you guys just seen in the video, I was sort of contemplating where to go next with the sides, and for some reason, I don't really know why, but I didn't claim my craft yesterday whilst we were recording. So yeah, I don't know why I did that, but we're going to go ahead and craft. As you guys can see, we have 2 out of 3 claimed in the essence department. So I'm going to put this on 3 out of 3 because we are going to craft right now. And I will say, obviously, the I guess the one bad thing about this series, I guess, is because it's being run on the same account that I actually play Sorare on anyway. So the essence is going to get mixed up sometimes, but that's just the nature of the business, I guess. And yeah, so I think a lot of this might actually be okay, so yeah, a large majority of this is Premier League Essence because that is the other competition I do play. Obviously, neutral would have come from Rivals, and then the rest MLS. So, unfortunately, today our craft might not be an MLS card. However, that's just part of it, you know. I mean, that's just something that we're gonna have to do in the series because I don't have multiple accounts, of course, because that is against TOS. So yeah, whatever this card is. Oh, it might actually be an MLS card, being that it is an MLS card. There you go. They know we're recording for Almiron's Army Defender American Real Solar. Oh, I have not followed them this season. Oh, I think he. Wow, oh, sorry, a million things just went through my brain at once there. He actually features on Top Gun Tommy, I think, so another series that is running alongside Almiron's Army. So I have seen his name before. Someone definitely has him. I'm pretty sure it is Schmitter. But yeah, we've managed to pick him up in a craft, and I'm guessing he plays a little bit. Okay, not too bad. Maybe I think, to be fair, we could just leave him in the gallery. Depends how much he is. At 50p, I reckon we keep him in the gallery for now. But yeah, I have actually realised as well. Obviously, yesterday, I was talking about getting an attacker. I don't know why. My brain, I don't know. Yesterday was a weird one, as you can probably tell with the recording, because not only did I want to buy another attacker where I've already got 4, it obviously makes way more sense for me to get another midfielder. So then we have 4 of each. But yeah, we didn't craft, so I don't know. I think my brain just wasn't braining yesterday when I did record. But I did show you guys the teams, and again, I built this when my brain weren't braining. So we are going to edit a little bit here, and just make it so that we can buy another midfielder. We're going to play Arston in the second team most likely. Zinc in the third team. We'll take Arta out as well. So we're gonna buy another midfielder. Ooh, and I've just realised as well we don't even. My brain is so not working for this series right now. I'm sorry, guys. Of course I'm gonna need Almiron. I'm gonna need another Almiron card there, aren't I? If I get another team, of course. And I wanted to put definitely Arthur in the second team. That's fine. So yeah, I don't know why my brain was thinking that I needed another attacker, because I'm going to do this, and I think what I'm going to do is, ooh, I think realistically what I'm going to do here is probably get another Almiron and another midfielder for the series, and I'm thinking that we buy Westwood or Angulu for the series, potentially. So let's have a look at prices, let's see how much they are. Because they're the cheap options. Like oh, £2.22 for Angulu is not bad, and we can get one buy now for actually cheaper because I've got some market credits at the moment. Okay, so let me just see how much another Almiron is going to cost the series as well, because I might use the market credits on Almiron perhaps. We could get another midfielder card. Should we get another midfielder card? Because then he's going to get really good percentage as well for the collection. Because I have the Newcastle boys. Ooh, okay, that is a decision to perhaps make in the future. I'm going to go ahead and pick up an Angulu though, because that price is very cheap for him. So we will take that. So yeah, I am going to say that this is going to be £2.27, but I am going to buy it on instant because obviously I have market credits, just cheaper for me to do it that way. So let's get Angulu into the gallery. And yeah, we're going to say it's £2.27 just because obviously I could have just bought this one, but makes sense for me not to do that with market credits. So £2.27 for an Angulu. So we'll take that off of the spreadsheet. Okay, so now we have £2 in the bank. We have pretty much 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 4 attackers. So that gives us a lot of sort of spreaded utility. I think the next thing we probably add is going to be an in-season keeper. Of course, we're going to have to save for that. And yeah, we're going to add Angulu to the spreadsheet, and I'm also going to work out what we're going to do with Almiron. Okay, so I've worked out what I want to do with the sides, and I've actually decided, I've had a little look at Almiron's price here, and I can't lie, it is incredibly expensive right now, so I'm thinking perhaps we lay off the Almiron purchase for the week, because I don't want to buy a Newcastle card, because of course it's going to run out of in-season utility shortly anyway. We do want to buy an in-season, but at £20, £25, it's just not worth it. So I think we're going to lay off this week, and what we're going to do instead is we're going to use this week as almost like an eco week, right? So we're going to put, effectively, this team that you see, we're going to put this into Classic, except we're going to swap Costa for Angulu, who we just picked up, and then everybody else, so everyone that's in Classic here, we are going to list for sale. So this week is sort of going to almost be like a selling week for us in the classic department, in hopes that someone buys some of the pieces. So we're going to go ahead and plug in the lineups then for the up and coming game week. Now that we've sort of worked out where we want to go with the gallery. So to start things off, we are going to go with Lund in goal. We are going to have Hollingshed and Tillman with Almiron and Shappy in the first team. There we go. We're going to captain Almiron. Lovely stuff. So that's the first team locked in, obviously Division 1, as you boys know. The second team is going to be Mr. Daniel. Then it's going to be Tolo, Arthur, Arfston, and Almiron. Let's just double check that. So Tolo, Arfston, yep, lovely. I'm happy with that. So them two teams I'm very happy with. Now, here's where the third team comes into play. So of course we could run an in-season team now if we bought an Almiron, but I just can't really justify it, to be honest. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to rock this team in Classic. We're going to go with Daniel. We're going to go with Bruno Wilson, Angulu, Zinc, and Almiron, and Captain Almiron. There we are. So we're going to go with that for the Classic, of course, a lot of in-season pieces there. And now what we're going to do, once we've locked that in, we're going to go to warm-up. We're going to put Vitor Costa in a warm-up, so we're using all of our in-season cards. We're going to randomly build this warm-up with you boys as well. We're going to go with the Charlotte goalkeeper, because he is unbelievable, as we all know. Let's go with... Ooh, who should we have in the Classic? Not Classic, sorry. Who should we have in the warm-up here? Got some good ones. Let's have a look at LAFC. Who have they got? More Delgado, maybe we could get maybe Mark in here. Delgado, lovely. Maybe Bawanga up front, and then but that kind of doesn't work. So we've got Costa. Maybe we go for the Atalanta pieces. So I believe Bartos. And then we could go with Almiron, of course. Why not? And then let's go for. I mean, kind of rude to not go for Messi, isn't it? Let's just. Ooh, although, did he? I don't know if he's gonna play. That's the only problem. I think everyone is pretty much saying the same thing with Messi, aren't they? We don't know if he's gonna play. Story of Messi's career in the MLS so far. Well, this season, should I say? Do you know what? For the time being, let's just put in. McGlynn could have a good game again. We'll go with McGlynn. Obviously, we could change this come to deadline, but it's just a warm up, so I don't really need to show you guys too much about that. So yeah, we're gonna have them teams, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to not in a lineup. We're gonna go to Almiron's army, of course. So all of these boys are not in a lineup. Now, of course, I'm very happy with Berkey just to stay in the gallery because inevitably he'll come back into utility for us. And I'm happy to try and list and attempt to sell some of these guys. Now, granted, it is likely that none of them sell, but we're still just going to list and attempt to sell them because, of course, Classic kind of, yeah, kind of hard to win much in there, as we know. And Arango, hopefully, is actually worth a little something. We'll list him like a little bit cheaper there. There we go. And then Quinton, I guess we can throw him up for. Should we? No, I mean he's probably not even going to sell, but I guess we'll throw him up for sale just on the chance that he does. And Berkey, just out of curiosity, £2.50. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we kind of have to keep Berkey though, because of course he is in the lineup. So yeah, so this round or this sort of week of Almiron is really focused on attempting to get rid of these classic pieces. We'll see how successful we are at doing that, of course. And yeah, that is going to be our lineups locked and loaded for the next game week. Hopefully they can do the business for us. So there you have it then, boys. There is all things MLS wrapped up for the week. And yeah, lots of and ahhing in this episode. I have just sort of watched it all back and just sort of realised that I was a bit sort of contemplating what to do moving forward. But yeah, like I stated in the video, these decisions are just, sometimes quite hard, and I'm sure you guys also experience similar things in Sorare yourself. So I like to keep the sort of decision making aspect in the video sometimes, just so you boys can sort of, I guess, see my thought process as well, because I'm sure some of you boys will be able to relate, especially if you're playing on a budget. These are things that we all sort of and ah about. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the content. As always, we are pushing on with the channel now. I do really appreciate if you could become a member and join the channel, because it does allow me to make videos like this every single, day this year. We haven't missed, as you boys do know. Please remember to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you guys in a future video. Peace.